Hello, April, my friend.
Hello.
Back for more?
We're back for
Really,
more.
this has been fun. I'm
This
enjoying this.
is episode 7.
Seven. Yes. And it is, I'm done. I'm saying it with I've said that so many times in my life with certain situations. And this is a really important one to cover. Because what do you do when you're done? When you're done with something or someone?
Right.
Like done over it.
Well, and I think that it's important to recognize there are ways that we are done, right? It's about surrender. There's nothing left for me to give, right?
Mm-hmm.
But done can also mean that I'm over it, or it can mean I'm no longer in this place, right? There are lots of ways to look at it.
And it's also for me has been, I have nothing left. I don't know how to go on. I think for me, it's like, I don't know what else. I can't do this anymore, but I don't know what to do next. That's where I go first. I'm so done. I'm over this, but I don't know what else to do, and I can't be done. I feel like I can't be done.
So hopeless, right?
Yes.
Some
hopeless and helpless.
Hopeless, helpless.
Yes.
Burnout
Mm-hmm.
and surrender, right? Those are done.
Surrender to me feels almost on the other side of it.
It is.
That doesn't feel in the same thing as hopeless to me. I think that some people would. But to me, a surrender is a thing to do.
Well, it's
that feels
all
more
I'm
positive.
done. It's all part of I'm done.
Yeah, yes. Different stages, kind of?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, right. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that, the gift of I'm done, right? Which is I surrender, right?
Yeah, but you can't get there usually right away.
No.
I haven't been able to.
No. And I have walked in the I'm done. Probably. Yeah. So I tend to be a person who has to be hit over the head with something to be able to be done, because I am so programmed and so patterned to go on and on and on and try and fix it
and
fix and
give
work
more.
it out and give more, even when the reality is that I alone can't fix something, right?
Yeah.
I can't fix it for the other person or the other, the other people involved. But I have to almost be broken. It's awful,
It's
right?
so true, and so not the only way. But
Correct.
that's what yes, it's true. You're like, when you usually get to a place of I'm done, it is such a desperate place. It feels so desperate to me.
Desperate is a
despair.
perfect word.
Despair, like you're in such a crisis mode, and like desperate for answers and somebody help me. Yeah.
Yes.
And wouldn't it be nice to prevent getting to the point where you're done? You know what I mean? But sometimes we find ourselves there, and how can we get out of that space with less suffering?
I think that is always the piece, is with what we're doing, is how do we move out of this tough place with less suffering and more alignment with ourselves.
Always. I'm telling you, alignment before action. And that part is just coming back to yourself, getting centered and grounded. And the path lights up. It just does.
So how does I'm done happen? How do we get to the place that we're I'm done? Tends to be people who are overgivers.
Yeah.
Perfectionists.
Yes, overdoers.
And,
and being super determined and proud of it to make something work. There's pride. I never gave up. I gave it my all, which is important. You want to feel like you did whatever you could, but not being able to necessarily see the signs and, okay, maybe if I try this, and racking your brain, it's overanalyzing.
Well, and I'm going to say something that we all need to hear. We don't have to burn ourselves out to fix a relationship, fix a friendship, fix a job that's broken, something that's broken. We don't actually have to burn ourselves out to that.
But we do.
But
we just do.
We do. But we don't have to.
Yeah.
We can choose ourselves. We can choose ourselves long before we get to the place of burnout. When we begin to see that things don't line up the way that they're supposed to, that we're not getting our needs met, that we're not being considered. It's okay to get out sooner than
Yes.
before burnout.
But we try to fix the person or the situation instead. And it usually leads to a lot of grief and stress and unhappiness.
Yeah.
And we just have gotten a lot of messages. I just think back to childhood of, you're not allowed to be done. I mean, when you're kids, you don't have a lot of power in general. Not everybody. And I just had this thought about the messages we get with food, or I get with food, like, oh, you're going to finish that. You're going to finish that on your plate. And not getting the choice to say, I'm done. And other things too, like I'm done. I don't like this activity. Now, I'm not saying I did not do that with my own son. Like, okay, we signed up for this. We're going to finish it out for this season or whatever, and nothing to do with the parenting. But as a child, how you experience that is, I'm done, but I can't be done. I'm not allowed to say no.
No autonomy.
Yes, exactly. No autonomy. And then it just kind of ripples out.
Well, remember that when things are tough, stressful, big experiences, and our brain is helping us survive it.
I'm a storyteller.
We get a story about it, and we get these beliefs, and those beliefs are about, well, if you quit, you're not good enough, or if you've given up, if you stop, everything will fall apart and it'll be all your fault. We get messages about our competency, our worth, our value, if we don't go to the point of burnout or fix.
Oh,
right?
such failure things come up, insecurities. Also, I think there's like a fear factor that comes up with certain situations. Either I've been more of the times with jobs where I'm like, I am so over this job. I'm over this role. I'm over this position. But I don't know what's next. So I can't be done. I can't be done because I need this money right now. Do you know what I mean? That is a really tough one. Relationships too, but I just think with something about, but with relationships too, the other thing that comes up for me, not proud. I don't want to say I'm not proud. I just, when my finger comes up, it's like, something big just bubbled up, is waiting for permission. I have waited, let's see, that's a little emotional again. It just comes up. I have been in situations where I'm waiting for permission to leave, which makes me really sad. Or if they would just do something, or they would end it, it would be so much easier. Why can't they just be the ones? Or what? Maybe if I just got fired or let go, that it's just not enough that I'm the one that's calling it.
Yeah. Like
then, they can't be mad at me because they're the ones. Or like, you know what? It's okay. You can leave. I understand. Go, we can break up. It's fine, or something silly if there's a controlling situation. That's waiting for permission has never been helpful for me.
Well, so when we think about our dysregulated system,
Yes.
our prefrontal cortex, what helps us make decisions isn't engaged.
No. Right.
We're in a chronic state of fight or flight, and we've been in a chronic state of fight or flight. So we're not thinking what's the best. We are operating from a place
what's
of
the worst?
What's the worst?
And fear.
Fear, stuck.
And if I leave this person, I don't want to be alone.
Right.
Oh my gosh, then I'm
always
going to be alone, and that's so intolerable. And if that's not healed, you're going to be trying to make something work that is not the best for you.
Right.
Yes, or you're done. You're done. You're not letting yourself be done. You're not letting yourself.
No, and done is a pretty significant space to be in, right? And what I know about myself, when I am done, everything shifts. I am more detached from myself, from anyone else in the situation. I have a high level of disappointment. I have difficulty thinking, and my emotions get muted, and I feel out of sorts, and nothing feels right.
Everything feels heavy.
Heavy?
I just feel heavy.
Brain fog?
Yes. And the hopeless keeps coming up.
Hopeless, yeah.
It colors your outlook on things. It's like when we talked about the other episode with being tired, like on steroids, like such an exaggerated response compared to tired.
Yes.
Done is a whole other level.
Well, and we see that a lot in what we call functional freeze.
Yes.
Where we can't we're doom scrolling on our phones, or we're watching the same network, Netflix video over and over again, or just laying on the couch and not.
I should be doing this. I could be doing this. But you are just you are surviving. All your energy went to surviving that day.
Yes.
That you go home and you're just sitting. I can't move. I can't go clean that little corner. I can't go take a shower. I am done. And you're scrolling on that phone. Yeah.
Well, and you're not connected to your friends. You're not answering calls or texts. You're not making. You're turning down plans. You're not reaching out for help.
Yes.
Done is its very own special place of hell.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's just such
awful.
a tough place to be.
And you can't picture it being any brighter.
No.
No. Yeah.
Because we're patterned for this. We learned this. And it is our nervous system and our brain saying, hey, we've got no more bandwidth to do anything else.
Yeah.
And if I can't get you to rest and restore, you are not going to be able to move forward. And we've all been there. We've all been there.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
I never want to be there again.
No.
So I'm going to be doing all the things.
All the tapping and all the, yes,
all the techniques, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that it's important to recognize that when we're in a done state, we're not actually broken. It is really that kind of reckoning.
Say that again, please.
Okay. We're not broken.
We're not broken. Just because we're done does not mean we're broken.
No, it doesn't mean we're broken.
I feel broken when I'm in that place. That something's very wrong with me, that I shouldn't be done. I'm fixated on this for a second.
Okay. So what we know,
true.
It is true. So what we know is that our nervous system is going to shut down if we do not it's always going to protect us. And we will go into a functional freeze. It will shut us down. It will keep us on the couch. It will keep us sick. It will do something to make our bodies stop.
Right.
And restore.
I always get sick. Like I get sick after a long period of something. A lot of times I'll get sick after I have moved on or I got a new job. I finally leave and then I get a sinus infection. I'm out for 2 weeks or something. Yeah. And it's the body has just been like, you cannot keep going that level.
Right.
Yeah, it's so true.
And so we're not broken. Our body has said, hey, you didn't listen to the check engine light. You didn't listen to the check engine light. And so now you have no oil in your car and you're going to have to be in the mechanics until everything is put back together. And that's really what this whole I'm done is about. You're not broken. Your body has just said, I'm making you do this.
Right.
And it does. And it shuts down. So for me, I always encourage myself because I get done. Done is one of those things, like I said, I have to be hit over the head with something before I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Right. But what I tell myself is I've got to be gentle with myself because when I get to a place of done, anybody gets to a place of done, we are burnt out. We are not using our resiliency skills. So we are probably at our worst being self-critical, being as hard on ourselves because those filters that we've put in place to work on ourselves, you don't have any energy for that.
You don't have access to it.
You don't have it. We're burnt out. We're beating ourselves up. We have no physical, emotional, or spiritual energy.
Correct.
And so it's so important that we recognize that we need to restore and we need to do deep restoration. Now, here's what I will say. There is also all these hardships of done. There's also the gift of done. Because when you finally reach done, you can do something new.
It's like you make space for new stories, new experiences, new chapters. And it's just, nothing's wasted anymore. It's like, oh, okay. And you make room and you don't think about that before you get to that stage. But when you finally let go and surrender, oh my gosh, look at what I get to experience next. Yes.
And you haven't even thought about next before, right? You couldn't imagine that.
Right. Yeah.
Done makes space. Done gives you permission to move on to the next.
Yes.
Done gives you permission to stop. Done gives you permission to surrender.
Yeah.
And so there, as hard as it is, there is also a gift of done.
I'm so aware right now of the different feelings or vibrations of the conversation right before you said that and after. It's funny how it just feels so much lighter, and it's like I feel like a flow, even to the words. Isn't that interesting? How if you can even just start talking to yourself about, like, even just saying different words, if you're not quite there yet, but just saying, I'm going to be able to make space, even if you don't believe it yet. Just start saying those words. It shifts some vibration.
Words play a big part in
Yes.
how our mind responds to our internal processes and to our emotions. So one of the things I would encourage people is to ask themselves, what would it look like if I were done?
Yeah.
What would it mean if I were done? What would I do if I were done?
Yeah.
When you get curious, it is such a great way to explore it. And you are not bound to anything you explore.
I was just going to say that. And sometimes we think, oh, well, then I have to go do. No, there's no rules. It's just allowing. It's just the process of allowing, letting go, releasing that resistance, which is so important. Just by wondering out loud, I wonder if I did this. What if I got to have a new job that I was actually happy in? What if I got to just not be walking on eggshells anymore? Yeah. What if I got to just imagine how that could feel, and just let ourselves go there? Yeah. And you're not committed to anything, and it's such a gift. And sometimes we don't do that.
No, we
feel
can't
like we're committed.
see ourselves any different because, again, our prefrontal cortex is offline. It's not thinking for us. We are responding to our emotions. We are responding to the story and the programming. Yes. And so, the gift of done is you make space.
Yeah. Yes.
So how do we not get to done? It's a lot of work, right? But one of the things we can use is, regulating our nervous system, right? And maybe that keeps you out of done. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you still have to get to done. But when you get to done, let's talk about what we do to regulate our nervous system around that.
And honoring what's going on in your body, that you need it. Yeah. Honoring the need to regulate.
So it's really important to be very, very gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
What does my body need right now? Does it need more rest? Does it need to watch the same episode of Friends for the 75th time? Yeah. Or does it need a chocolate ice cream? Right? Be gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
Don't restrict. Don't restrict. No, you can't have ice cream. You need to lose weight. Your body needs to be treated.
Comfort, love, grace.
Yes.
Give yourself the same amount of grace you would give somebody else who's so done. Yeah. Like you would be so gentle with them. Just try to give yourself the same amount. Yeah. Yeah. Just try.
There's a technique in somatic experiencing that, and we all do it anyway. I am the biggest rocker that exists, right?
Rocker.
Yes, rock. Yes, not a musical rock. Yeah, not that. Yeah, it is to rock our body. So when I'm standing in line, I tend to rock.
You are
I
rocker.
do, right?
I don't know. I know you're a hummer. You hum.
I hum and a
but
rock.
You're rocking.
But I do rock a lot.
You're a human lullaby.
I am.
My friend, the lullaby.
Yes,
I'm a dork.
Thank you. Well,
funny.
It is about self-soothing, right? And I work so much on trying to regulate my nervous system. So I show up authentic for myself and for everybody else and everything else I do. Yeah. So let's do a little bit of rocking together.
Rock away.
So it doesn't matter if you rock forward or you rock side to side, whatever feels comfortable. But I encourage us always to put our hand on heart center. Heart center is really good to connect ourselves to our body. Okay. And so I'm going to rock. You rock that way and I'll rock this way. And just breathe. And you can soften or close your eyes. And
this is hard for me to not sing when I'm doing this. Isn't that interesting? I'm not going to do it now. But it makes me want to sing, which is just, I think, because usually if I'm rocking, it's because I'm singing.
Yeah. Well, singing or humming or anything that vibrates the vagus nerve is really good to add to this. Yeah. But just rocking ourselves. And think about, as children, when we pick up a baby, we rock. It is always about that. And it's co-regulation, right? We are coordinating ourselves with ourselves in this case.
Yeah, this is, I don't know.
That doesn't feel good to you?
Nope. No. But core workout though, but that's not what we want right now.
Well, and so it's gentle, and it is go to a rocking chair, right? Or and I don't need a rocking chair. And think about kids who do this. We oftentimes see children, neurodivergent children, or people with anxiety. They'll be rocking. We don't need to stop it. It's actually a self-soothing technique, so it's great. So just adding more rocking, right? And if you're, something else I always say to people, when you're really at that burned out place of done, putting your feet up, it's really important to sit with your feet up because it sends a message to your brain, to your body to rest and relax, right? It's calming your nervous system. And then there's one other one that I use a lot for done. I use it all the time for everything, but you can do cross crawls, and the cross crawls are something that we learn in brain gym activities, in Eden Energy Medicine, in different sports. They teach you to do cross crawls, and so cross crawls are great because it gets the right and left hemisphere of the brain and down midline to cross over. But when you are in that really burned out place of I'm done, or you're burned, whatever that is, I encourage people to be very gentle. And so to cross, and so coming from shoulder to hip, and I'm just trying to be careful
the microphone, I know.
For the microphone, but it's shoulder to hip, shoulder to hip.
Yeah.
And I do this so often, and I'll have people in session doing this as well. This one is so soothing, and so you just, and slow, because a lot of us want to go,
I know.
We're not racing. We just go slow. And we need to slow down. When we are in that space of I'm done, I'm burned, we need to slow down. And so cross, cross, cross. And then you yawn, right? So yawn always tells us that energy is moving. It's a response recognition that our body gives us to say, oh, that felt good. My energy is moving.
That's great.
All right.
Does
that feel like it covers I'm done, or is there anything we've left out of that one?
I think that's a really good overview of the different parts of it. What it feels like, what does it look like, and what can we do when we need to feel comfort and soothing to get to the other side.
Maybe the only thing left to say is you don't actually have to get to I'm done, right? I mean, apparently I do, but in general, you don't.
That's the goal, is that, but we have to be a little proactive.
And self-aware. If it feels bad, that's information.
Yes.
If it hurts your feelings, that's information.
Yes.
If it's stressing you out and you're in chronic fight or flight, that's information.
Yes.
And if you deal with them earlier in an authentic way that takes care of yourself, you don't have to get to done. You can make choices.
And I really believe if we get into our true alignment of getting centered, spending time doing this, and honoring our voice, honoring our truth, paying attention to how does this really make me feel, and that has so much value. I am worthy of feeling good. I'm worthy of having a good life. Like, it's okay to not suffer.
Yes.
It doesn't have to hurt. It's okay to have a peaceful life. Yeah. And sometimes it's like this novel idea to us, and we acclimate so quickly to things that aren't going great. And so if you can keep it, like, I know everything changed for me when it was so important to me to at least spend as much time focusing on things that felt good as to the things that were struggling. So consciously, all right, now I'm going to think about something that feels good and honoring what is coming up. Do I like how this feels? If I don't like how this feels, like, now it's intolerable. Right. And so I'm not going to stay in a job longer than is necessary. I'm not going to be in a relationship. If this does not you don't add to my peace, is my relationship math. Add to my peace or subtract? No, and so those are the things that will help us avoid getting to the I'm done stage. Yeah. Is staying in alignment and speaking your truth and honoring that you have value and you deserve peace.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm emphatic about that.
Yeah, so, no, I think that makes sense.
It's like good reminders. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, good sense.
Is it time?
It is time.
I have two, and I'm like juggling them.
Okay.
I'm going to do this one. What do sprinters eat for breakfast?
I don't know.
Nothing. They fast.
Oh, good.
Not my best, but not my worst. I know.
That's good. It's good.
Yay. All right.
Dad jokes ever.
Yeah. Well, Episode 7. Done.
In the bag.
Awesome. Yay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us for our chats, where we are sharing some of the information that we have found valuable for in our own personal lives.
Things that we talk about over a drink or dinner, we just want to share with other people because we know we're not the only ones. And we really appreciate the support and you tuning in. And really, we would love to hear any other either suggestions or things that come up in your conversations with your family and friends that you would like to hear some tips and tricks on how to regulate your nervous system to address them and just live more peacefully. Please chime in the comments and let us know what more you would like to hear. That would be fantastic.
We all deserve to live a more peaceful, balanced life.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Be gentle with yourself.